Hello, welcome to the Mayor Bestfriends YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Alright, and before I conduct the Kanto Gym Run, I would like to give two disclaimers. Disclaimer number one is that this video is not a tutorial video. This video is just going to cover the techniques that I use for certain gym leaders, for the Kanto, Hoenn, and Unova gym leaders, as well as Marmoto, but those are going to be in separate videos. And disclaimer number two is that I don't want to have the amulet coin status on, and that is due to the fact that this video is not fully representative of the true amulet coin run, and that is due to me having to say, alright, we're going to be right back, please stay tuned to the Mayor Bestfriends YouTube channel for further gym leader coverage. And the problem with that is that with the amulet coin status, every second counts. So I'm going to let you explore the amulet coin tactic for the gym leader battles. So I'm just going to cover the gym battles straight. Also, as a note, I have two guides linked down in the description below. Guide number one is basically my weather guide, as well as the earnings for each gym leader. And also, guide number two is Redacted Colors Kanto Gym Leader Guide. And due to camera angles, I want to face the gym leader right here, but if you were to do the amulet coin run, then you would face him right here. Every second counts. So this is just for editorial purposes. So yeah, Redacted Color, he shows you the sets of all the gym leaders, and then the guide that I made was the sister guide to that guide, and that is going to show you the weather teams that you can use. Each rock represents each weather team. And also, as a note, the particles that you see there on the screen, I didn't put those on just to brag about me having those particles. I have them on because I feel like that these are going to be good visual aids. So the pumpkin particle is going to represent the attackers, and the candy particle is going to represent the weather. So as you saw earlier, Torkoal had the candy shower, and that's supposed to represent the weather setter in the team. And the rest of the attackers have the pumpkins dancing. There we go. Oh, and I need to tell you the sets for this set. So if you're looking up the set on the guide that Redacted Color has, then this is Brock number 3. This is Tyranitar. I'm going to go ahead and get the battle going here. Tyranitar has the ability Sandstream, and its item is Smooth Rock, and its moves are Earthquake, Stone Edge, Crunch, and Protect. Swampert's ability is Torrent. Its item is Focus Sash, and its moves are Earthquake, Aqua Tail, Ice Punch, and Wide Guard. Alright. And I went ahead and set up the Stealth Rocks, just in case we have any Pokemon with the ability Sturdy, so we can knock them out during the first go rather than attacking with 2 hits. Oops. There we go. Now I'm going to wait for the next Pokemon that Brock's going to send us, and then I'm going to go ahead and tell you the ability, the items, and the moves for each of the Pokemon here. Rhyperior. Its ability is Solid Rock. Its item is the Passo Berry, and the moves are Earthquake, Rock Wrecker, and Mega Horn, and Protect. Fortress. Fortress ability is Sturdy, and its item is the Lumberry, and its moves are Pin Missile, Gyro Ball, Rest, and Protect. Alright, so there we go. And that is why our Torkoal set up the Stealth Rock, so we can deactivate Fortress's Sturdy. So there we go. I went ahead and did the Energy Ball because Rock Wrecker hits quite hard. Alright, and there's the Gyro Ball. Alright. And there we go. Alright, so Crobat. Crobat's ability is Infiltrator. Its item is Life Orb, and its moves are Brave Bird, Heat Wave, Sludge Bomb, and Giga Drain. Steelix. Steelix's ability is Sheer Force, and its item is Focus Sash, and its moves are Earthquake, Rock Slide, Iron Tail, and Protect. So we just deactivated Steelix's Focus Sash. Normally you would have the ability Sturdy, but since it has the ability Sheer Force, to compensate its Sturdy ability being lost, this Steelix has the Focus Sash. Alright, and there we go. We are ready for the second gym. Alright, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly over to Brilliant City, and I'm going to meet you on my main accounts. I'm going to be right back. Please stay tuned to the Mayor Best Friends YouTube channel for further gym coverage. Alright, I am back on my main this time, and we're going to go ahead and battle Misty here. I'm not too sure if I mentioned this before, but I have a Sun team, a Rain team, and a Hail team. Alright. So, this Misty set is Misty number... Misty number 5. Alright, so we have Politoed, which is holding a Damp Rock. Its ability is Drizzle. Its moves are Hyper Voice, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Focus Blast. Kingdra, its ability is Swift Swim. Its item is Choice Specs, and its moves are Muddy Water, Ice Beam, Draco Meteor, and Hydro Pump. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and set up the Stealth Rocks just in case there's any Pokemon with the Focus Sash, which is going to be, in this set, is going to be the Sea King and the Starmie. So we're going to go ahead and set up the Stealth Rocks here. Now, I purposely made Torkoal quite slow because I want it to have its weather set up. Usually the slower Pokemon sets up its weather, so I bred this Torkoal with a 0 speed IV for that very purpose. Alright, so Dragonite. Dragonite's ability is Multiscale, its item is Life Orb, and its moves are Dragon Claw, Extreme Speed, Thunder, and Hurricane. Alright. Also, as a note, Eruption does a lot of damage if your Pokemon has full HP. The moment that the Pokemon doesn't have full HP, I would advise, if you're running low on time, what you should do is you should switch the Typhlosion in and out, so that way you can use Flamethrower and take advantage of its Blaze ability, which is going to boost fire type moves if the Pokemon barely has any health left. Alright, so there we go. And by the way, each gym leader has 2 full restores, so I just thought you would like to know that. So there we go. And oh yeah, so this Starmie, almost forgot to tell you about that Starmie. So this Starmie, its ability is Analytic, its item is Focus Sash, and its moves are Thunder, Psyshock, Hydro Pump, and Ice Beam. Alright, Blastoise and Seaking. So let's go and start off with Seaking. Seaking's ability is Lightning Rod, its item is a Focus Sash, and its moves are Mega Horn, Aqua Tail, Drill Run, and Bounce. Blastoise. Blastoise's ability is Rain Dish. Its item is a Choice Scarf, and its moves are Water Sprout, Zap Cannon, Ice Beam, and Aqua Sphere. Alright. Now you may ask, how can Blastoise learn Aqua Sphere if the Gen 6 breeder for Blastoise is not implemented here on PokeMMO? That's a very good question. Blastoise can actually learn Aqua Sphere via Battle Point Tutor. Actually, that's how Pokemon learn event moves. So Dragonite can learn Hydro Pump, and Fearow and Rapidash can learn Payday. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and swing by Vermilion, and I'm going to pause the tape here, so I'm going to be right back. Alright, we are back, and now we're going to go ahead and go over to the 3rd gym leader. By the way, you may be wondering how I used Cut. There's an item in the gift shop called the Move Ocaronas, which essentially allow you to use them and you don't have to carry around an HM slave. So I would highly encourage you to swing by the gift shop and purchase those Ocaronas there, because the gift shop helps pay for PokeMMO's server expenses, as I mentioned in the gift shop self-help video. PokeMMO is able to have its server up because people pay for reward points, so please contribute to PokeMMO if you can. Also, I know some people ask me about this. I do not receive any compensation if I advertise the gift shop. In fact, I donate myself, so I love this game. So I want you all to know that. So you see a Manectric and an Electrode. So this Manectric has the ability Static. Its item is Air Balloon, and its moves are Snarl, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, and Hidden Power Ice. Electrode, its ability is Aftermath, which means after you knock it out, you're going to receive extra damage after you knock it out. Its item is the Air Balloon, and its moves are Foul Play, Thunderbolt, Light Screen, and Reflect. Actually, might be some Focus Sash here. My first time I'm recording here on this laptop, so I'm taking advantage of the touch screen. So there we go. So I'm using the stylus here. There we go. Oh, alright. The Aftermath didn't activate. Alright. So, Licky Licky. Oh, sorry about that. I thought I saw Licky Licky on the corner of my eye here. The next Pokemon is going to be Fearow. Fearow, its ability is Sniper, and its item is the Power Herb, and its moves are Sky Attack, Double Edge, Drill Run, and U-Turn. That's very important, especially Sky Attack, because Sky Attack and Power Herb, that combo means that Fearow can do Sky Attack on the first turn rather than having a turn to charge up, because usually Sky Attack you need to charge first. But with the Power Herb, and you can only use the Power Herb once, but Sky Attack is going to hurt pretty badly if you have anything that is weak against the flying type. And as for Electro Fire, Electro Fire's ability is Vital Spirit, which means it can't go to sleep. Its item is the Air Balloon, and the moves are Wild Charge, Cross Chop, Dig, and Ice Punch. Alright, so let's go ahead and... I'm going to use the stylus. Let's see. There we go. And Sniper also promotes critical hits. So, there you go. Alright. By the way, the weather teams that I have on me right now, I'm going to link that down in the comment section under the pinned comment. So please check that comment out. Alright, so Licky Licky. Licky Licky's ability is Cloud 9, which, as you can see, the weather got cleared out. So that's what Cloud 9 does. Its item is the Air Balloon, and its moves are Hammer Arm, Power Whip, Return, and Ice Beam. And then we have Raichu. Raichu's ability is Static. Its item is Air Balloon, and its moves are Volt Tackle, Fake Out, Extreme Speed, and Brick Break. Alright. So one Eruption should be able to knock out Raichu since I'm at full health. Even without the sun, it should be able to knock out Raichu. Oh, it even knocked out Licky Licky. Oh, wow. Licky Licky would be a little stronger than that. Don't underestimate a Choice Specs Typhlosion. And by the way, this Typhlosion is the Modest Nature. Modest Nature, and it's holding a Choice Spec, so there we go. Alright, so we're going to fly over to Celadon City, and we're going to go ahead and battle the Grass-type gym leader Erica, but we're going to have to change over to the Rain team, so we're going to be right back. Please stay tuned to the Mayor Best Friends YouTube channel for further gym coverage. Alright, we are back, and we're going to go ahead and battle Erica here. And I'm leading with Pelipper, but if the team has a Torkoal, then I would usually put Pelipper in the third slot, so that way, I can switch in Pelipper and I can be able to set up my Rain. Because Torkoal is very slow and it almost always sets up its weather first. So, if you want to set up your weather, then a Rain team is probably not the best team to set up with on the first turn. But it's good to set up on the second turn, but not the first turn if Torkoal's in the party. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and talk to Erica. Alright, so what set is she going to use? She's going to use set number... Okay, so... she's going to use set number 1. Oh, wow. Alright, she's going to use set number 1. Ninetales, as you saw there. Ninetales has the ability Drought. Its item is the Heat Rock, and its moves are Hidden Power Rock, Flamethrower, Psyshock, and Solar Beam. Victory Bell. Victory Bell's ability is Chlorophyll. Its item is Choice Specs, and its moves are Hidden Power Ice, Solar Beam, Weather Ball, and Sludge Bomb. Alright. So, in this scenario, what I like to do is, I like to do Scald over here, and usually I do Muddy Water if it's a fire team, but since this is a grass team, I'm going to go ahead and do Ice Beam since I have Choice Specs on this Kingdra, so I can lock into a move that could knock out the vast majority of her party. Alright, so there's that Hidden Power Rock. There we go. And in that rain, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. Not just hurt, it's going to kill the Ninetales. Alright, so who's next? Blissey! Alright, Blissey's ability is Healer. Its item is Leftovers, and its moves are Ice Beam, Fire Blast, Light Screen, and Soft Boiled. Vileplume, and Vileplume is going to be the reason why I'm going to keep Kingdra in the match here. Vileplume's ability is Chlorophyll, its item is Life Orb, and its moves are Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power Ice, Solar Beam, and Synthesis. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and switch into something that could be able to knock out Blissey. So I'm going to go and switch into the Floatzel, and I'm going to go ahead and do Ice Beam and knock out the Vileplume here. Alright, there we go. So Vileplume is knocked out, and there we go. And now Blissey's going to do Ice Beam, because Pelipper was there originally. It wasn't a Floatzel there, it was a Pelipper. Alright, so now we have the Cordeli. Cordeli's ability is Storm Drain, so don't be using any water-type moves. Its item is a Citrus Berry, and its moves are Stone Edge, Solar Beam, Barrier, and Synthesis. The reason why I say don't use any water moves, even though it's Stab, don't use any water moves right now because Cordeli is going to absorb those water moves. Instead, I would use moves like Crunch or Ice Punch until I knock out the Cordeli. Because otherwise, if I use a water move now, then what's going to happen is Storm Drain is going to activate, and then Cordeli is going to have its special attack rise up a little bit. So there we go. And here's the best part. These two Pokemon can be KO'd at the same time. So all it takes is another Crunch and another Ice Beam, and we're done. The next Pokemon, I'm going to tell you what the next Pokemon is going to be a Cheerim. Its ability is going to be Flower Gift. It has no item, and its moves are Solar Beam, Heal Pulse, Helping Hand, and Morning Sun. Alright. But if your set is completely different, then please check out the link down in the description below. It should give you the guides on forms. It should give you Redacted Colors guide. Alright, so there we go. And now we're going to head over to the 5th gym, which is going to be in Fuchsia City, which is the Safari Zone city. I go a little bit out of order when I go through Kanto. I usually do Saffron and then Fuchsia, but the way how the gyms are set up, this is the 5th gym and Saffron City is the 6th gym. So let's go ahead and go over to the Fuchsia City gym leader, and we're going to go ahead and battle him. By the way, no, that's the little shortcut. So if you look really closely on your screen, I don't know if you can see it, but there's 4 little white specks. One here, one here, one here, and one here. If you don't see those white specks, then that means you can walk on the tile. Like this tile. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can walk on that. So I wanted to show you that, just in case you were wondering how to navigate through this gym. Alright. I don't know what set that is. The reason why I don't know what set that is because it could either be the actual Nidoqueen and the Weezing, or it could be Weezing and Zoroark, since Zoroark has the ability Illusion. In this scenario, I'm going to give you both sets here, so that way so you're prepared, just in case you see one of the two. So let's go ahead and start off with the first set, which is going to be actually Nidoqueen in the second slot. So this Weezing has the ability Levitate. Its item is the red card, and its moves are Pain Split, Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb, and Toxic Spikes. And then we have the actual Nidoqueen, which its ability is Sheer Force. Its item is red card, and its moves are U-Turn, Earth Power, Sludge Bomb, and Moonlight. Alright. And then we're going to cover the false Nidoqueen. So let's go ahead and look for the false one. Alright, so that is going to be Koga number 2. Alright, so Koga number 1 is the actual Nidoqueen, and Koga number 2 is the false one. So Weezing's ability is Levitate, its item is red card, and its moves are Pain Split, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, and Toxic Spikes. And then we have Zoroark, which could be masked with the Nidoqueen here. Its ability is Illusion, which is why it's pretending like it's the Nidoqueen. And its moves are Flamethrower, Night Daze, Grass Knot, and Focus Blast. Oh yeah, and its item is a Choice Scarf, so it should be fast. Alright, so this time we're going to do Muddy Water, and we won't get to see the actual identity of this Nidoqueen, because Muddy Water is going to hit it. But if you see another Nidoqueen here, then we know that set was a Zoroark set. The reason why I was faster is because of Swift Swim and of the way how I invested in the EVs. So, was that the real or the fake Nidoqueen? The answer is, let's take a look. This was, drumroll please, this was the real Nidoqueen, because the next two Pokemon are from Koga number 1. So let's go ahead and talk about Gengar and Pidgeot. So Gengar, its ability is Levitate, its item is Focus Sash, and its moves are Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Sludge Bomb, and Thunderbolt. Pidgeot, its ability is Tangled Feet, its item is a red card, and its moves are Return, Brave Bird, U-Turn, and Tailwind. Alright. And since it has that Focus Sash, I want to try to break it. Although Gengar is probably going to outspeed me and use Thunderbolt to knock out the Pelipper. Since Gengar's special attack is kind of high, it's going to be able to pull off that stunt. But not to worry, because I have Floatzel, which is very scary in rain. Oh, Crobat. Crobat's ability is Infiltrator. Its item is red card, and its moves are U-Turn, Brave Bird, Heat Wave, and Giga Drain. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out that. Well, actually, no. You know what I should do? I should do the Aqua Jet on Gengar, then I should do the Muddy Water, because Crobat doesn't have a Focus Sash. It has a red card. So I could be able to take advantage of that, and I could be able to knock out Gengar that way and knock out Crobat at the same time. Alright. And then we have Electrode. Electrode's the last Pokemon in the set. Its ability is soundproof, and its item is red card, and its moves are Foul Play, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and Hidden Power Ice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do Waterfall, and then we're going to do Muddy Water. Okay. Waterfall should be fatal against Electrode. Alright, so there we go. And now we can head over to the 6th gym. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and navigate out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and fly over to Saffron, which is in the center of the plus sign in Kanto. There we go. Okay, we are back. And now let's go ahead and go over to the Saffron Gym. And I forgot the name of the guy that showed me this a few years ago, but he said that he didn't want to battle any of the NPCs. He just went down this route, and actually this route is pretty fast to get over to the Saffron Gym Leader. So I'm going to show you that route. So all you need to do is just go over here, go down here, and then you go 2 times there. So 1, 2, and we're here. Alright. There we go. So let's go ahead and look at what set Sabrina has in store for us. Sabrina has... Okay. There we go. Lapras. I'm glad that she has this particular set because it's really hard for the Rain team, and I want to show you guys how to navigate through that. Alright, so let's see. So this is going to be Sabrina number 5. And the Symphy, its ability is Tinted Lenses, which means that even if the move you are resistant to, Tinted Lens is going to essentially not count the resistance, and instead it's just going to hit as intended, as if it was a normal move. And its item is Light Clay, and its moves are Heat Wave, Psyshock, Reflect, and Light Screen. And Lapras. Lapras' ability is Water Absorb, which is why we're not going to be spamming Muddy Water here. Its item is Lumberry, and its moves are Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, and Rest. Alright, let's go ahead and do that, shall we? So I'm going to go ahead and do Scald on the Symphy, but I'm going to go ahead and do Dragon Pulse on the Lapras, so that way I can get a head start here. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good start. Alright, I'm glad I did Dragon Pulse. Alright, fight, so we're going to go ahead and do Hurricane, just in case I'm able to knock out Symphy. Which I am, I'm going to knock out Symphy. And what's Lapras going to do? Lapras is going to use probably Thunderbolt on Pelipper and finish it off. So now we're going to bring in one of my favorite tools, the Floatzel. Alright. So let's go ahead and talk about Ferret, because you're probably wondering, why does Sabrina have Ferret? And that's a good question, because this Ferret is a last resort user. So I'm going to tell you what that move is briefly. Before I do that, I got to tell you what its ability is and what item it has and the 2 moves. So the ability is Keen Eye. Its item is the Silk Scarf, and its moves are Protect and Last Resort. So what Last Resort is hence the name, you use one move, and then after you use that one move, then Last Resort is the last resort move, and you can be able to have a lot of power with that move once you used up all your moves in your move pool. Alright. Is it practical? If I can be honest with you, here, I would not recommend using Last Resort because there are a fair amount of ghost types these days, and Last Resort is not really ideal for that. But if you knock out all the ghost types, then, you know, if you want to have a gimmick on your team, then yeah, you can do that. So, yeah. Alright, so Alakazam. So Alakazam's ability is Synchronize, which means if you paralyze it, then you will be paralyzed as a penalty for paralyzing it. And, or any status. It carries over any status to the Afflictor. So if you use Thunder Wave, then you're going to be paralyzed. If you poison it, then you're going to be poisoned, etc. Its item is Light Clay, and its moves are Psychic, Focus Blast, Reflect, and Light Screen. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do the... Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do the Waterfall on... We can do it on that, and then we're going to go ahead and do Dragon Pulse. Alakazam is not really too much trouble, because Alakazam is kind of the definition of a glass cannon. But essentially, the move Sucker Punch could actually put Alakazam out of commission. I mean, Alakazam can't really fend itself off against Sucker Punch. So, I used to see a lot of Alakazams back in the day, back when PokeMMO was just Gen 3. But now, with Sucker Punch around, you don't see Alakazam anymore. So, alright, so Mr. Mime. Alright, so Mr. Mime's ability is Soundproof. Its item is Light Clay. Its moves are Foul Play, Psychic, Reflect, and Light Screen, and Sand Slash. Sand Slash's ability is Sand Veil. Its item is Zoom Lenses, and its moves are Night Slash, Stone Edge, Dynamic Punch, and Dig. Alright. I'm going to target Sand Slash and Mr. Mime. Since both of them don't have Focus Sashes, I don't need to worry about one particular Pokemon. Alright, and there we go. And as for Blaine, which is going to be the next gym leader, what I'm going to do is I'm going to battle him on Bestfriends, but since he has 2 legendaries, I'm going to battle him on my Bestfriends account, and I'm going to battle him on my Mayor Bestfriends account, because I'm able to track down these 2 sets. I've actually wanted to track the sets down, but one set has Moltres and the other one has Articuno. So I thought you would like to know that. Alright, so we're going to fly over to Cinnabar, and this is going to be the last gym of Kanto. Stay tuned to the Mayor Bestfriends YouTube channel for further gym leader coverage. Alright, I am back, and now I'm going to give you the tactics that I use to handle the Moltres set and the Articuno set. Because I know that Moltres and Articuno could actually scare a lot of people with this gym run. But don't worry, Blaine is the only gym leader that has legendaries as of the time of this taping. So you don't have to worry about gym leaders carrying around any legendaries. So there we go. So this is going to be the Moltres set. So how would I handle the Moltres set? Well, first of all, we have to know what is behind these Pokemon. So let's go ahead and lift the curtains and identify both Torkoal and Moltres. So let's go ahead and discuss the Torkoal first. Torkoal's ability is Drought, and its item is Heat Rock, and its moves are Heat Wave, Super Power, Solar Beam, and Earth Power. And now, the star of the show, Moltres. Moltres' ability is Flame Body, which means if you make physical contact with it, then it's going to very likely burn you. Its item is Life Orb, and its moves are Ancient Power, Solar Beam, Air Slash, and Fire Blast. Now how do we handle it? Well, first off, let's go ahead and change the climate. And I put Pelipper in the 3rd slot so I can set up the rain. And then we're just going to spam Muddy Water so we can be able to knock out the Moltres. So Ancient Power, Solar Beam, Air Slash, and Fire Blast. So you can write that down. And it had Life Orb, so it would have hit pretty hard in its climate if we would have not made the climate a rain climate. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into Floatzel so we can be able to hit this Blissey pretty hard. Blissey's going to do Helping Hand here. So Blissey's ability is Healer, its item is Leftovers, and its moves are Hyper Voice, Helping Hand, Soft Boiled, and Light Screen. And Electrode's ability is Aftermath, and its item is Eject Button, and its moves are Foul Play, Hidden Power Ice, Thunderbolt, and Hyper Beam. Alright. And then we have Arcanine, which its ability is Intimidate, and its item is the Choice Band, and the moves are Extreme Speed, Close Combat, Flare Blitz, and Morning Sun. As you could imagine, this is not going to be a good day for Blaine after we're done. I would not want to be Blaine today. Alright, and the last Pokemon is going to be Houndoom. Houndoom's ability is Flash Fire, which means if you hit it with any Fire-type move, then it's going to boost, and it's going to boost the power of the fire moves. And its item is going to be Choice Scarf, and its moves are Heat Wave, Hidden Power Ice, Dark Pulse, and Solar Beam. Alright, let's go ahead and finish off the Houndoom, and I'm going to go ahead and go on the Mayor Bestfriends account one last time and cover the Articuno set. Alright, so we're going to be right back. Please stay tuned to the Mayor Bestfriends YouTube channel for further gym leader coverage. Alright, I am back, but this time in my Mayor Bestfriends uniform and my Bestfriends account. Alright, so let's go ahead and speak with Blaine here, and we're going to cover the Articuno set. So I've purposely tracked down both of these sets. Oh, that's embarrassing. This is not the Articuno set. This is Blaine number 4, but if you want me to tell you the sets here. So Ninetales' ability is Drought, its item is Heat Rock, and its moves are Fire Blast, Psyshock, Hidden Power Ice, and Solar Beam. And Flareon, its ability is Flash Fire, its item is Choice Scarf, and its moves are Flare Blitz, Super Power, Dig, and Giga Impact. Alright. Which is essentially the physical equivalent of Hyper Beam. So, there we go. So we're going to go ahead and switch into the Pelipper. Now, usually Blaine he usually carries a Torkoal here, so him carrying Ninetales is not common. It's actually quite rare. So that's why when I battle Blaine, I always like to have Pelipper in the 3rd slot when I battle him. Alright. So Tauros. Tauros' ability is Intimidate, its item is Choice Band, and its moves are Stone Edge, Double Edge, Wild Charge, and Iron Tail. And then we have Arcanine, which its ability is Intimidate, and its item is Life Orb, and its moves are Heat Wave, Solar Beam, Dragon Pulse, and Morning Sun. Alright, then we have the last two Pokemon, which are going to be Dodrio, which its ability is Early Bird, and its item is Power Herb. That's very important. And its moves are Sky Attack, Jump Kick, Double Edge, and Sword Stance. Now, the reason why Power Herb is so important for Dodrio is because Sky Attack normally is a 2-charge move, and Power Herb basically skips that and lets Dodrio attack first. And then we have Camerupt. Camerupt's ability is Solid Rock, and its item is Choice Specs, and its moves are Heat Wave, Hidden Power Ice, Earth Power, and Solar Beam. So we're going to go ahead and do Muddy Water, and we're going to finish off the Camerupt and the Dodrio. And then I'm going to log into my third account, which has the Articuno set locked. I guess on the Mare Bestfriends account, I guess I battled it, and I forgot that I battled it, so yeah. I'm going to be right back. Going on my third account. My third account was essentially backup just in case something like this would happen. So this is going to be the last Blaine set that I'm going to document. I'm going to be right back. Please stay tuned to the Mare Bestfriends YouTube channel for further Gym Leader coverage. Articuno is going to be the 5th slot, but there's one distinctive trait about this set, and how I know that I'm battling against the Articuno set. Arcanine is in the lead, and normally Arcanine is always pushed in the back. Since Arcanine is in the lead, now I know that I'm battling against the Articuno set. That's how I know. So let's go ahead and discuss the Arcanine itself. So Arcanine has Intimidate, its item is Life Orb, and its moves are Wild Charge, Flare Blitz, Close Combat, and Extreme Speed. Ninetales. Ninetales' item is Heat Rock, its ability is Drought, and its moves are Heat Wave, Psyshock, Solar Beam, and Hidden Power Ice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and change the weather, like we always do in these fire gyms, so we can have the advantage. Alright, there we go, and the Muddy Water basically O-code both of them since we changed the weather. Alright, so now we have Vileplume. Alright, Vileplume, its ability is Chlorophyll, its item is Choice Specs, and its moves are Sludge Bomb, Solar Beam, Hidden Power Ice, and Giga Drain. And we have Articuno, which made an appearance while I was reading Vileplume's stats. So Articuno, its ability is Pressure. Its item is the Power Herb, and its moves are Sky Attack, Ice Beam, Hidden Power Ground, and Roost. Alright, so you may be asking, how do you handle Articuno? I have one solution for you. First of all, we're going to do the Muddy Water there so we can go ahead and chip it a little bit. So Articuno has a special defense stat that's pretty good. However, the Ice Beam shouldn't be too much of a pain. I mean, if Ice Beam were to knock out or freeze Pelipper, then we have some pretty good backup that can actually threaten Articuno pretty badly. We even have Kabutops, which has the move Rock Slide, so we can really threaten it. So, just in case this Articuno gives us some trouble. And now let's go ahead and discuss Rapidash. Rapidash's ability is Flash Fire, its item is Life Orb, and its moves are Wild Charge, Flare Blitz, Mega Horn, and Drill Run. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and knock out the Articuno, and I'm going to try to do Muddy Water and knock out the Rapidash. Alright, so there we go. So Rapidash is down. How about Articuno? Articuno has avoided attack, but we're going to go ahead and do Scald, and it should be knocked out. Right on schedule. Alright, so now let's discuss the Pokemon in this set. The last Pokemon, which is going to be Magcargo, which is going to be one of the easiest things to handle in this entire set, because Magcargo has a 4 times weakness to the water type. So Magcargo, its ability is Flame Body, and the item is a Fire Gem, and its moves are Heat Wave, Solar Beam, Earth Power, and Recover. Alright. This is going to be the last time you see Magcargo, because I'm about to knock this thing out. In 3, 2, 1. Alright, we are done. We're going to go back to Best Friends now. Alright. Thank you so much for watching, and I apologize for the error there. I thought I locked in the Articuno set on the Merit Best Friends account, but I locked in Blaine number 4. But either way, you get an extra Blaine set, which could help some people there. So I'm glad that I got 3 Blaine sets instead of 2. So thank you so much for watching. This is the Merit Best Friends YouTube channel. And please watch the Hoenn, Unova, and the Maramoto battles. Don't forget to comment or subscribe to my channel. Like or dislike the content that you see here. And this is the Merit Best Friends YouTube channel signing off. PokeMMO at your service.